Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a super interesting one. It's only 2 songs, but they're very long, and I'm super excited to listen to this because this was actually recorded at the Paramount Theater in Seattle, and both Alexia and I have been there, and we watched Blue Man Group, and then we watched Steve Vai, and that was so cool because that was my first time that I ever watched Steve Vai, and that was back in 2011. And I mean, he looked very different, you know, than he does today. We did see him last year, and he was amazing, but it was just like such a cool venue in Seattle, and it's such an old theater. It's gonna turn 100 years old in 4 years. It was built in 1928, and yeah. So first time we went was Blue Man Group. Amazing show. I don't know if you've ever seen them. Very rhythm based. I don't even know how to describe Blue Man Group. It's like all sorts of like. I mean, it's the music is very rhythmic, but they do all kinds of trickery with screens, and it's just like it's like a magic show. It's really, really cool. But we're like 3 guys, and they're all painted in blue, and it's just that you should just watch it, you know, on YouTube, or go see them live. It's really worth it. But yeah, so, and I looked it up because he said, you know, I just want the originals, this live performance. So yeah, thanks so much again, Dave, for sponsoring this marathon, for having the idea. And we're gonna do the Guess Who. I know you clicked on the video, I know you already know, but yeah, this again, I looked them up, and yeah, they're from Canada. Amazing band, and I've reacted to them before, and I really like them, and so that's why I'm excited just to listen to them live at this place, because I know the acoustics, and it's just a wonderful theater. And I don't know, you know, it was a 5-minute walk from Alexia's apartment at the time when she was going through college in 2011, and it was just like, you know, there's such good memories of the city of Seattle. And we just went back, what was it, this year? No, last year, in December, around Christmas time. We spent Christmas in Seattle with Alexia's uncles, aunt and uncle. They're super cool, and their kids, you know. And but we took one day to just go downtown, visit the old apartment and the streets. We recreated some pictures. We took a picture in the first ever, you know, Starbucks, even though we don't go to Starbucks, we don't drink coffee there. But we went to the market, you know, the famous market. Yeah, and just like such a cool time. We created some pictures that we had taken with the statue, you know, the Jimi Hendrix statue that's in front of the university. So yeah, so it's just a good time. So here we go with the Guess Who. We're gonna do American Woman, and I think I've heard, of course, I think I've heard this, and I think you know where the movie The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey, he sings that. No, actually, no, he doesn't do it. He does Don't You Want Somebody to Love? But there's one guy that does American Woman. You know, he sings American Woman for like 15 seconds, and I think that's why I remember hearing it again, and I just know American Woman. And then after that, so that's 16 minutes, almost 17 minutes. After that, we're going to do Trucking Off Across the Sky, and then also that's also at the Paramount. So American Woman and Truckin', and they're back to back, so they bleed into each other. So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you so much, Dave, for this awesome marathon. And here we go. Without further ado, let's give it up for the Guess Who And here we go. Thank you. The crybaby. What a cool intro so far. What a cool intro. I mean, the guitar here with the crybaby. And the other day it was so funny because I'm sitting here and I'm working on something, I don't know, and then suddenly I hear like I'm like from the other room, you know, and I'm like, what is that's an harmonica? Like who? And then I go over and Alexia's sitting on the floor like playing the harmonica. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And it's like, oh yeah, this is an old harmonica a friend gave to me, and it's so cool, you know. So I just thought of her, you know, playing. So good. All right, let's keep going.
Come home, tongue-tied, dripping, napping, sleeping, waking, talking, shucking. She get down on my curly toe. She give me cornbone, red and black-eyed peas, chitlins on a Saturday night. And if I come home, tongue-tied, dropping, working, waking, walking, you know she rub it, make it feel alright. She my American woman. She my American woman.
So good.
Oh, she's my American bitch. The North American woman. Oh, Betty, 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 come home tied to my Peggy of the morning. She get down quickly and rub my back. She got no posters hanging on her wall, just a tattered old Union Jack. She my American woman. She my American woman. Sing it on, sing it high, sing it, sing it, an American woman was gonna mess your mind. An American woman was gonna mess your mind. American woman gonna mess your mind, baby. American woman gonna mess your mind. An American woman gonna mess your mind, baby, mess it all around you now. Oh.
That's the one. Now the two versions, really cool.
American woman, stay away from me. American woman, mama, let me be. just did a getaway. American woman, listen what I say. Hey, 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 hey. Bye, 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 bye. Singing bye, 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 bye. Singing to your mother-in-law, singing to your grandmother.
This is so good. It reminds me sometimes of like The Doors, the voice, but he has like a much higher voice, I guess. He just can go very low. Like it also reminds me of like Robert Plant a little bit sometimes. But this rhythm is so catchy. And you can just jam. And I love the first solo. And then I love that the other guy came in. And then you hook only the bass. And then he played his solo, not as long. I don't know, maybe he's just a rhythm guitarist, but very cool melodic stuff, you know, all of it. And then he came back, and I guess now they're going to go down maybe, but they make it like a whole jam session. Like, I mean, the first part was epic, totally different from the original song. But I mean, you know, just as an intro, that was so cool. Like, this is like a whole experience, a whole different experience to the song, that you can only get live, you know. Like, that's what I also loved when I watched the, what was it, The Song Remains the Same at Madison Square Garden, Led Zeppelin. Like, the way they would transform these 4 or 5 minute songs into like these 20-minute jams, you know. It's just like, yeah, you know, we're just going to use what we have and make it as fun, as much fun as possible. And, you know, because yes, I mean, it is a great format to just improvise, you know, on the stuff that you already have. And why not make it longer, you know, than the radio version if you can, you know. I love that. And I love that this had like an entire different intro, like a totally different song. And then it was the one that we know with that, and that first note, that always seemed so weird to me. Like every time I would hear that, it was like, you know, it almost seems like sharp or flat in a way, but it's there, you know, it fits the song perfectly. But yeah, okay, let's go back. It's just like, this is such a cool experience, man. And I love that we can just leave it, you know, let it bleed over into the next song, you know. All right, let's go.
Singing to your mother-in-law, singing to your grandmother, American school teacher, housewife, American girl guide, American hooker, American slut, American lesbian, American nurse. Sing it to you, bye-bye, American sister, bye-bye. Rid-dong-dong, jong-bong, chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka. Rid-it-dong-dong, chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka. Rip, rip, rip-it-pop-pop, oop-de-de-de-de-de, stick-on, get-it-de-de-de-de. Bye-bye-bye-bye.
He likes scatting and
Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, American woman. Woman. Woman.
Okay. Wow, man, that drum solo, like the way the drums are mic'd, it's so good. I mean, the way they captured all this is so great, and I love the audience, you know, and the mix, and it always makes it a better experience. But I mean, the bass player and the drummer in this band are insane, you know. I mean, also the guitar players, but just like I love everything the bass has been doing, and I've been playing a lot more bass lately. I guess you can see that it's back there, you know, it's always hooked up. And the guitar, I do play a lot of guitar as well, but I tend to like not connect, like because I'm just practicing like techniques, and you don't really need, you know, to hear the guitar, you know, just like I'm doing like a bunch of alternate picking and scales and patterns and stuff. And with the bass, since I'm not like a bass player, but I'm teaching Alexia like what I can teach her. I can't really teach her bass because I can only teach her the music, you know. But the technique, you know, she has to learn from a bassist, you know, or like classes, and we have those, thank God. But it's just like so much fun because when I want to show her a part, then I want to demonstrate it to her on the bass, and I've just been playing a lot of bass myself just for the heck of it, and I'm using all my, you know, fingers, of course, and that's why I've incorporated that I'm playing so much finger style into my picking with the pick and with the, you know, that alternate picking, and it's just so much fun to do. But yeah, so the bass obviously is very interesting, and the drumming, oh my god, so good, that solo. And right now he's doing like the bass work. It's so good, this recording, so crisp and so. And then I was like, wow, 1972, like I wasn't even like thought of yet. Like I think my parents hadn't even met yet. Yeah, I don't know. I think they met. I don't really remember. I've never really, I think in the 80s or something. But it's so crazy. Like they were like, I don't know, very young, I guess, as well. This is such a great time, you know? And I was just thinking of stuff like that, like my parents, what they were they doing? And then, and I'm like, oh, I'm sure everybody was smoking, you know, because now you can't, you know, smoke inside a theater, even though like, there's a lot of times where people just, you know, whip out their little like joints and, you know, and especially here in Colorado, which I mean, it's legal outside and you can buy it, but you obviously can't smoke in a building. But I remember back in, was it like 95 or so? Or 97, I don't know. I remember going to see Titanic and there were people smoking in the theater, you know, still. So yeah, that was, I remember, I actually remember still like flying in an airplane. It was less like, and I think both my parents were smokers, and so I would have to fly in the smoking section, and everybody was just like smoking. I don't even know how that worked in a plane with people that didn't smoke. It must have been horrible. Let me know what that was like if you were a non-smoker in the time of where everybody was smoking. All right, let's continue.
His private train is leaving to slip you to the other side. Got all kinds of illicit stimulants. He's got cocaine and morphine too. Lots of stuff to get y'all high. Little pink pills in a big brown bag. Trucking off across the sky. Baby, going trucking off across the sky. Oh, 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 baby, baby. Rolling. Now, if you feel like a disaster when you wake up in the morning, nothing but a goddamn monkey wrench inside your head. Got some things to make you go faster, others make you go slower. Open your eyes, take a drop, take away the red. What has he got? He's got cocaine and morphine too. Lots of stuff to get y'all high. Little pink pills in a big brown bag. Trucking off across the sky. Baby, going trucking off across the sky. There'll be entertainment on the train. Fabian, Frankie Avalon, Jeannie C. Riley, Conway Twitty. Miss America's gonna come out of a 60-foot cake covered with icing. The boys will be invited up to lick it off. Everybody will have a good time. Old Man Reefer's gonna get you on the train. Come on, everybody, he's got cocaine and morphine too. Lots of stuff to get y'all high. Little pink pills in a big brown bag. Trucking off across the sky. Baby, going trucking off across the sky. Come on, he's got cocaine and morphine too. Lots of shit to get y'all high. Little pink pills in a big brown bag. Trucking off across the sky. Baby, going trucking off across the sky. Whoa, he's got cocaine and morphine too. Lots of stuff to get y'all high. Little pink pills in a big brown bag. Trucking off across the sky. Baby, going trucking off across the sky. He's going trucking off across the sky. He's going trucking off across the sky. He's going sailing off across the sky. Sailing, sailing over the bounding main. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Play it for you.
All right, man. This was so good, you know. And I'm obviously looking up the people involved, but and then I was like so confused right now because I looked up the lead singer, which is the lead singer now, and it's like 65, born 65. I'm like, oh my god, he's like 65 years old or like something. And no, it's the guy singing on this particular track of this concert was we have Burton Cummings, lead vocals, rhythm guitar, keyboards, harmonica, and the flute. And then Kurt Winter on lead guitar, Donnie McDougall, rhythm guitar, and then Jim Cale on bass, Gary Peterson on drums. So that was the lineup during 1972, and that's when they recorded Rockin' album and the live. Man, yeah, he reminded me so much of Jim Morrison. What a great voice, and what a show, man. And this was a fun song. Obviously a lot of drugs involved, which I don't care, you know. I don't mind at all, you know. I've never been a big druggie, you know. I had my, you know, I did some, obviously I experimented like everyone, you know. There's only so many people that never really do anything. But I just like, I just decided really quickly that I was not going to do anything. Like, I don't know, I was still, I guess like 18, 19, 20, and then I'm like, no. And then the same with drinking. I drank like 2 years out of my life, and then I stopped. Never drank again. And I started to drink very late. Like, I didn't have like my escapades, and because in Mexico you can basically drink, I think 16, you know, you can start when you're 16. So most of my friends were all drinking and smoking, and I was like, no, you know, I'm good. And because I don't know, I think it was because of my father. I didn't want to, you know, go down that route. And my father was a alcoholic, but he was sober, you know, for the longest time. I think 25 years. And then when we went to live in Mexico, he started again. And then I just witnessed some really, you know, sad moments. Not like that he was making a fool of himself. He was a very good drunk, you know. He, no scandals, no violence. But, you know, it just like it changed him. And that's when also my parents separate. Like they did separate because he found a younger woman. You know, that obviously happens a lot, and unfortunately, you know. But the good thing, they always remained friends. But, you know, I didn't like him when he was drinking. He was just, that was the only time that he could kind of like come near anyone or me, you know, and be like, you know, he was just like a person that was very shy and couldn't express his feelings. And so when he would drink, he was like over expressive, and I just didn't like that. I didn't want to, and I think I was like that too when I would drink, and that's why I stopped like this, you know. And I never looked back, you know. And now I always get like this weird look when I say I don't drink, you know. Most of the people don't understand that concept at all, because pretty much everyone drinks socially, you know, like a beer or a glass of wine, and I don't even drink that. So they look at me like I was some kind of raging alcoholic or something, which is like obviously not true. I did have my, you know, yes, I did have my crazy experiences like everyone, you know, when you first drink, and but yeah. So, but this was so much fun, man. This was so much fun. What a great concert. I mean, and I only heard like what, 25 minutes of it. How long is this concert? Let's see. It's not even that long for a show. 1 hour and 14 minutes. I mean, I've been to 3-hour shows. I mean, when we saw AC/DC, they played for like 3 hours. Judas Priest played for like 2, but those were festivals, you know. We saw those 6 bands on that weekend, and like Guns N' Roses played like 4 hours. We were like, stop, like we can't, like we were tired. We wanted to go home. And because we heard Iron Maiden and then Guns N' Roses, so we were like 8 hours of music. You're like, so, and then the next it was Judas Priest and AC/DC, and then Metallica and Tool, and Tool, and then Metallica. Metallica was the last act, but yeah, that was legendary as well. But yeah, an hour and 40 minutes. That's like, I guess, the norm. You know, I'm sure it was longer, and they didn't include everything. But this was awesome. Thank you so much, Dave. I mean, everyone here was shining, you know, the drummer, the bass player, the two guitar players, this guy on vocals. What a legend. Really, really cool band. And they're from Winnipeg. And it's so funny because when I was in high school, so I was going to this school called the American School, and they're all over Mexico, and they're like American owned, and so all the classes are in English, and that's pretty much how I learned English in school. Because when I arrived in Mexico, I only spoke German and Italian. I didn't speak any Spanish or any English. I mean, English literally just like 5th grade, 6th grade English, which is very, very little. And then I got there. And in that school, it's when I really learned how to speak, you know, English and Spanish. So at the same time, so I speak them like pretty much the same. And but the only thing that I get a lot is like, oh, you do have an accent when you speak English, but you have no accent when you speak Spanish. And I'm sure it is because I was speaking Italian as a child. So that Latin, you know, and that Latin, I guess, you know, that Italian is derived from deriven, or you see. I guess I picked up Spanish really quickly because it's like, oh, it's so similar, you know. It's like, it sounds like it's like the same language, and that there's only a couple of changes. And then English was completely different from German. And even though Alexia says that a lot of when I speak German, she can understand a lot because it sounds a lot like of the words, and German sound like a lot of the words in English. But I guess, yeah, there are some, you know, words that are similar, but not really, you know. But she has been doing well with her German as well. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you so much, every one of you, if you're still here. This was a jam, man. This was a great experience. Thank you so much, Dave. This was super different. I love it. I wish we would do more live recordings, reactions, because it's so, you never know what you're gonna get with these recordings, you know. The lyrics, you know, and it's just, it's like being there, you know. That's so crazy that this technology exists since, I don't know, the 30s or something, or before the 20s, I think. And even film, you know, when you see these black and white films, and then they're sped up and put into 4K, it's like being on a different world, because all these people, obviously, they've been dead for hundreds of years, you know, and you see them as kids. Like, there's some videos where you can see like people in 1920, and it's like, and you know how the camera, they used to be like this, and now it's like the frames per second are consistent, so they don't look like sped up, and they're all like digitally remastered, so you can see them in like 4K in color, and it's like what they're wearing, you know. And these people were completely different people, you know. It's like, even though it's just 100 years ago, it's like we've evolved so much. It's crazy, you know. And but before that, we were just the same for hundreds and hundreds of years and thousands of years. Everything was just the same. And then in these last 100 years, it's just like, phew, we have evolved so quickly, which is scary. Yeah. Man, what great music we've, like, the humanity has made, you know. Like, it's amazing. So cool. Thank you so much, Dave, for this. Thanks everybody for watching. Let me know if you were there. There's sometimes, you know, like, oh yeah, I was there, I live in Seattle, I was there in 72. So if that happened, you know, let me know, of course. And if you, I'm sure a lot of people have been to the Paramount in Seattle, like Matt, you know, If you see this, I hope you're doing well, and let me know what you've seen. But just, just the comment section, you know what to do. Thank you so much. See you all in the next one.